you're staying free. Planning on looking at my guns today. Well, just my 2 pistols. I have a rifle, but just gonna look at my 2 pistols today. Probably break them down, some gun noises. I just got done with my video about my duty belt. I might repeat things in here. It's a separate video. I just did it, but you might not. I might not even post these 2. I probably won't post these 2 videos back to back, at least immediately. But just gonna do some. It's unloaded. I'm trying not to show the other side because it has the serial numbers. It has a serial number, so basically you're getting this side unless I do this. There's the other side of my weapon. Looks like the other, except it has less things. Except the... Nope, no, actually, I've forgotten it. Looks the exact same. Except this is here. Instead of the serial number. But, so, keep flipping it like that. This is a weapon. It has... Probably won't be able to... No, you can't tell. But it had... These are... night sights, so it does glow in the dark. Then a red front sight. I have my light, weapon light. So I'll be obviously holding it here, so this would be down for just temporary light, up to keep it on. You don't really want to do that because you don't want to have the light constantly on. Before we got our weapons, we were issued training weapons. They're like red. The red guns. You can, with the training weapons, you can pull the trigger like repeatedly. And it's supposed to be close to this trigger, as if you're shooting. Obviously, you don't get recoil or anything, but at least the one I had was crap. It was like freaking 10 pounds to pull the trigger. It was not. I barely use it. But we couldn't take these home, so I took during weapons training, so we took the red ones home. I really just practice unholstering because I haven't had a... What we have is the... I'll show it again. This isn't about my duty belt right now, but we have level 3 retention, which is you have to push down here, push it forward, and then there's this, which you have to pull back, and then comes out. So I've never had that. Not difficult. Sometimes you get caught up. You just hope you train enough where it becomes second nature, and you won't get caught up during the moment. You really don't want to get caught up in it, but like all this is issued. It's all factory. You cannot. Our policy states we cannot customize it at all. Can't change the trigger, which the triggers suck. I'm sorry, Glock fanboys. I hate your triggers. They suck. They're trash. My let's do a little grand thumb and ghost that trigger. Hopefully that. Alright, so standard safety, pull in, hits a wall. And then, so it hits a wall here, like, this is mush, wall. What you think is a wall. And then it goes back further. And then just mushes into, you don't really, you don't feel that second wall. It just at some point keeps moving back and then it goes. Trigger reset. I don't know millimeters. You saw it. Okay. Not as bad. And it's supposed to. The trigger reset, the follow-up shot is not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a lot shorter than the original. And then a little mush, and then fires. Okay. Do it again. Mush, mush, mush. Wall. More mush. Trigger goes. So yeah, I'm not a fan, and okay. Grand Thumb. He shot a lot of guns, and probably has actually tested the trigger weight or whatever trigger resistance. I mean, it's obviously not hard, but if I were to try to estimate, that's about 4 to 5 pounds. I don't know. I'm grain of salt. I'm bad at judging that kind of stuff. But Walther now. My gun's a little dirty. Okay. Not mush, kind of just like. Feels different. I mean, this is an easy mush. It has all that. Is it different with the... It might be different with the magazine. It just seems like a lot more than I thought it was. Well, either way. But at least once you hit that wall, it's right there. Do the trigger reset, I think, is the best thing about it. Few millimeters, whatever length that is. And then, yeah, it immediately goes. Let's try to do them at both at the same time. Yeah, like this is a heavier mush too. This is just, yeah, there's space it has to travel, but there's no resistance. There's resistance here. Okay, try to. It's really hard to do at the same time because they're different pressures, so it's hard to do at the same time. It's kind of just doing it consistent, trying to. This one's noticeably heavier. I'm not saying it's the worst thing in the world. I'm just used to this. And it is objectively better. Come on now. Everyone knows the first thing you change on in a Glock is the trigger. My gun was extremely dirty when I was training. Because I don't know their system of doing these, but like issuing them. But mine was very dirty. And I think that's why I kept jamming. Giving me more practice to figure out jams and whatnot. It's not exactly the best when I'm trying to qualify with it. And it jams, so I'm just taking that little bit of extra time. I don't get that time. And they'll give it to you if, like, they see you working out a jam or something. Speaking of a jam, actually, it was really funny. I don't remember if it was during a qualification or just a practice of the qualification. So one that didn't count, but we were doing all the drills and whatnot. We're at the 25-yard line, and guy next to me, it jams, does the, it wasn't a stovepipe or anything. It ejected it fine. It just would get stuck here with the next round, and the next round would be caught up. I'm trying to get it. It'd be caught up right below. I don't know if you can see it, but right below, like on the well, it would be caught up there, and all you really needed to do was give it a tap to go forward. Granted, I would pull back, like rack it, and it wouldn't eject it. It would just send that one forward. But I kept having that problem. But anyway, at the 25-yard line, it did that, and the guy next to me, his brass came, and like I noticed it, and right before like I took my hand off, his brass came and hit off this, and it sent it forward. And then so I just got off my second shot. I thanked him for sending my slide forward. I thought that was funny, because during training you're getting brass thrown at you. It's a good light, but yeah, it kept jamming, giving me problems. I was like, this does not give me, this doesn't exactly elicit confidence in my weapon. But at the end of training, when we were all done shooting the very last night, we kind of qualified a day before the last one, and the next day we did like barricades, we did moving to cover, did shooting from a vehicle, and then we did a short night shoot. But after that, we cleaned our weapons, so it's clean now. I cleaned this. I took the longest. Our magazines are actually really dirty, like the follower. I don't need to. I want to clean those because they're a little dirty. I'll clean this, hopefully, as my life depends on it. Hopefully it doesn't jam up, but who knows? At least I know how to work it. Let's just hope I'm never in that situation, and this can just stay in my holster the rest of my life, my work. And I only bring it out to clean it and to shoot it at the range. That'd be ideal. Vehicle shooting was fun. I love shooting. I mean, who doesn't love shooting for free? It's not my ammo. I'm getting paid to shoot. It was really nice. It was really fun. I enjoyed that. I kind of learned. I have a good grip and everything. Right here. Basically, I got to wear my gloves because I always wear my gloves. He wouldn't let people wear gloves unless you regularly wear them. I do. My grip's good and everything. But I would shoot low to the left. And from this training, just kind of doing it myself, figured it out myself. My shot anticipation is kind of my problem. I have a good trigger pull. Have no issues outside, just like dry fire and whatnot. It's just my shot anticipation, and not even necessarily. I guess it is the same thing. Shot anticipation, and trying to kind of I'm fighting the recoil too much. I'm trying to mitigate recoil too much, and I end up kind of dipping it down instead of just getting that good grip, I get that squared out, not lock my elbows or anything. I don't lock it out. I actually keep them as a shock absorber, and then you twist in to get a better grip. I would just shot anticipate so I'll probably show you a picture of how I shot, at least for the qualifications. You'll notice it's close to center. I hit a lot of center shots, but it's also kind of low, kind of to the left. Right-handed shooter, so especially at the 25-yard line, I really had to just forget trying to mitigate recoil. I would get my regular stance and everything, but I would not try to push down on the gun. I would just let that thing come up and then come back down, because at 25-yard line, any shot anticipation, that is sending it way down. And so I figured it, at least figured that out pretty quickly. My qualification was really good. Missed one shot, so you had to qualify 3 times basically out of 5. Do the test 3 times, pass it 3 times, and I got 2 100s. I got a 198, then a 100, and that 98 was, I missed the second to last shot. Threw it at the 25-yard line, like I said. Wasn't too bad. Hit him probably in the side, like where it would have been the side, but for it to count, it has to be center mass. Probably throw up a picture of that. I tied with another person for first for that group's best shooter, and so it went well. Happy with my shooting. Always can be better. Always can be faster, more accurate. So I have things to improve. But yeah, there's the Glock. I'll break it down for you. I'm not used to Glock breakdown, so I kind of just run through it a little bit. I think you have to push this. Is it with it? Crap. Is it with it back? Or maybe I just can't freaking get this right now. Hold up. I don't lock this back, do I? Oh, I do. Well, dang nabbit. There we go. Jeez. Hide those. It's Glock. It's simple. It's literally the same as my Walther breakdowns. Just getting it off is a little different, but nice and clean. Nice and clean. It hasn't been shot since I cleaned it. I'm not gonna take it out. It's just the guide rod and then the barrel part, and then the barrel down there. It's simple stuff. Mostly. God dang it. Alright, come on now. There we go. Function check. Pull on the trigger without depressing the safety. Safety works. Pull the trigger. Yep. Working condition. No, Walther. It's actually a lot easier. All you gotta do is that. Okay. All you gotta do is that. Hold down. Hold the trigger. Basically the same thing, but it's just a lot freaking easier on this one. And then yeah, all the same. Guide rod, smaller on this one. Barrel. Now this one could probably use cleaning. I haven't shot it. It just collects dog hair though. It's my dog. And then just dust. You've seen me break that down. This one down now. I love my Walther. Trying to get more guns as I get money. Because who doesn't love guns? But I need to save up more before I do such a thing. By the way, so it's actually Thanksgiving today, but I'm away from home. I'm in Tennessee. I'm from Minnesota. I have no relatives or family here, so basically just shit out of luck for Thanksgiving. I really just miss the food. Today I'm just sad I don't get a Thanksgiving dinner, which sucks, but yeah, so I'm just doing these videos today. Got nothing else going on. I should take my dog for maybe go to a dog park or something, if there's even people there. I doubt it. Anyway, made in Germany, made in Austria. Okay, I was gonna get this gun, my Walther's extended magazine, but I don't feel like going to get it. But I got this shorty. It doesn't come with this one. I bought this one. It comes with the extended with the sleeve, and then one exactly like this. It's just flat. There's this pinky. Okay. This pinky isn't on that other, in the one that it comes with. Interesting. Huh. It should fit a little bit. That's all I really need with my hands. I don't have big hands, don't have small hands, kind of medium-sized hands. Fits on there perfectly fine, so that works. Here's another thing, actually, I love about Walther. It ejects, okay? Glock people, you already know. How sad. Even it's coming out now because I have it full of mags. I have it full of cartridges. But so it has a lot of weight. But when this thing is empty, it will not fall out. You have to be like really come down with it. During training, I would like mag changes, emergency mag changes. I would kind of just twist it like that while I'm grabbing my magazines. Usually it would come out. Sometimes I was like banging it, and it wouldn't. And it finally came out, and I do whatever, go to work. It's Walther, man, it's so much better. Yeah, so that thing was that's one thing that's just really annoying. Yeah, it comes out with when it's full of cartridges. cartridges, but not when it's empty. It sounds like I'm just trying to find ways to shit on Glock. I'm not. Alright, they're not bad. It's other than when it's jamming, when it's dirty. And other than ejecting it, a magazine. They're reliable guns. They're popular. I actually do want to get a Glock for like shit hits the fan scenario. They're so popular. You can find parts everywhere. You can find magazines everywhere. They're just everywhere. It's a good thing to have during shit hits the fan. If you need to scrounge some up. We carry hollow points, duty weapon. I carry hollow points in my first magazines. Then I have in my extended magazine. I have full metal jackets. Because they're cheaper and just because maybe I need to punch a little harder. I want to have both options. But these are actually red tipped. Mine. This is mine. These are not. These are just hollow point. So with a hollow point, it hits and then it opens up, like spreads apart, creating a bigger cavity. It's meant to stop within that target. So a meat shield, it'll go in, spread out, and then not exit and hit something on the other side. That's what it's intended to do. With this, same thing with the copper. It's just this red part, I believe, is just supposed to keep going, not go through, but I forget exactly, but same principle. These are just a little bit better. Both 9mm. See, same size. This one looks a little bit bigger because it's just wider. It's open. You get 3 mags for work. I know I showed this in my duty belt video, but I'm harking back on it. As opposed to the case they give us, I opted for mine. Speed. You just grab it, don't have to open anything. I know there hasn't been a lot. I'm not one to do that kind of stuff. I don't like intentional ASMR. I like unintentional. Like this is intentional, I'm like trying to make an ASMR, but I like to make it where I'm just doing something. I occasionally make videos for you guys where I was playing with those handcuffs. A lot of people like that one actually, so I probably will make another in the future. But I don't like tapping. I'll still do it. I personally don't watch videos like that, or like shaking a water bottle or anything like that. I actually like male voices too. I like lower voices. I just like someone doing something and then just inadvertently or advertently, whatever, being quiet about it, just making sounds, I like that kind of stuff. Why is this here? Ooh. Yeah, those are my personal pistol. I cannot carry this off duty. I can carry it to and from work. Someone breaks into my house, I can use it. I cannot carry this as my personal carry gun to carry mine, which I'm fine with. I like it. It's smaller anyway. Like, I'm not carrying this full size, trying to conceal that. Yeah, good luck. So I have to carry this. You know, we're also supposed to keep this in a gun safe, off duty, like in our house. But they don't provide one. So it's like, per policy, we have to keep it in a gun safe. You don't provide one, I'm not going to spend the money on it. I'm responsible, I'll hide it, whatever. It's just me and another dude, another adult. So if something happens to it, I know who to go to. But if you're not providing it, I'm not going to go out of the way or be in a hurry to get a box. I just don't have the budget, especially in Biden's America. I ain't got money for that. Another thing I kind of just noticed is this slide's a lot easier to maneuver, but again, this one is long. The spring is longer. This one is smaller, and I've been running it more. Like I've had this one longer time. This one's obviously been shot before I got it, but it's probably just not as loose as this one. Like I can one-handed. I mean, this I can't get it further back just because no leverage. This one I can basically do the same thing, I guess, but this one is a little harder. Granted, this does have a lot of distance, but like I said, there's no resistance. It has more distance, but no resistance, and once it hits that wall, it just goes. This one, I suppose, has less distance, but like I said, it immediately has resistance. Like that has resistance, and then it hits a wall, and then it has more resistance before it actually hits the trigger. So I do like this one. Plus the trigger resets better. Can't do it on this one. Hard. Ever got your hand down? Just use those sights. Probably shouldn't be using it on this. I'll take it in with a duty belt. It's a lot easier. Can't really do it on this belt, but you just rack it. Yeah, and point this at my junk, whatever, it's empty. You rack it on the belt, on the duty belt, if you ever had your hand down or something. We weren't taught that. I know a little extra. It was just basic, kind of basic firearms. And then we have to qualify twice a year. And then we have in-service training. So y'all freak out about public safety not having like, training or whatever. We have some training, yes. I'd love for it to be more. But also keep in mind, it costs money. It costs money to do that stuff. Ammo ain't cheap, and we shoot a lot of ammo. But I agree, there should be more training. Because you'd be surprised, not a lot of people can shoot very well. Maybe adequately enough, but even non-shooting. Just physical altercations in general. No. Just can't get that leverage. There it is. It's not really a practical reason to do this, because that wouldn't eject anything. There's not enough room. Yeah, those are now my two weapons. Duty weapon, personal weapon. I really need to make a video with my rifle. I might do that here today. Just make another video. But surprised I haven't made one yet. Hopefully that was nice enough with the pistol sounds. Sorry for the way. Try to make more, but this is a hobby. If I were to get big enough, maybe I'd quit this job and just make these videos. But that's a long way off if that happens. I'm not counting on it. That's why I have a real job. And yes, a real job. Internet isn't a real job. Yeah, you can get paid and make it a job, but let's be honest, you're not really doing society all that much. It's entertainment, whatever. You're not essential, that's for sure. Now I'm, for some reason, just shitting on content creators. So I'm just gonna end this video before I go off anymore. Hope you enjoyed. Stay free.